It's been a wild day and a wild turn in the race for the White House. This afternoon, President Joe Biden dropped out of the race and endorsed Vice President Kamala Harris as the Democratic nominee. We have a live picture from President Biden's Rehoboth Beach house. The president has been recovering from COVID-19 at his home. He had been under intense pressure from Democratic leadership to drop his bid for re-election after a poor performance in his first debate with Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump. 2 days ago, Friday, the president said he was looking forward to getting back on the campaign trail. Democratic Party leaders had planned to hold a virtual roll call next month. The president and vice president spoke several times today before the announcement. That's according to a person who spoke anonymously. And then just before 1 o'clock this afternoon, the president released this statement saying, "While it has been my intention to seek re-election, I believe it is in the best interest of my party and the country for me to stand down and to focus solely on fulfilling my duties as president for my term." The president also said he will address the nation later this week. Now, almost immediately after his announcement, the president endorsed Kamala Harris for the Democratic nomination. There was an emergency meeting of senior Democratic National Committee members, and we have a live picture from the vice president's residence in Washington, D.C. She has not spoken publicly, but Harris did release a statement saying, in part, "I am honored to have the president's endorsement, and my intention is to earn and win this nomination." If Harris does end up on the top of the ticket, the question is, who would be her running mate? Here are some of the possible picks being bandied about, including Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, California Governor Gavin Newsom, Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, Maryland Governor Wes Moore, and Arizona Senator Mark Kelly, plus Commerce Secretary Gina Raimondo, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, and Georgia Senator Raphael Warnock also in the conversation. We have a team of reporters on this breaking story looking at what happens next and how it will affect us here in Illinois. We want to begin with Jermont Terry outside the governor's mansion on the Gold Coast. And Jermont, no sign of him today.
No sign yet, but we do know the governor is here at his home in the Gold Coast, Joe. But it's not clear what talks or who specifically he has communicated with since news broke that the president was suspending his campaign. As you mentioned, Governor Pritzker is on the list of potential VP candidates. While people in Illinois know Pritzker, on the national scene, his name recognition is not high. As he serves his second term, the governor has been someone those in the party kept an eye on. He spoke out about biases of anti-DEI bills, pushing back on book bans about black history and LGBTQ rights, and the governor has been a huge supporter of abortion rights. In recent weeks, the governor continued to back President Biden following that not-so-stellar debate back in June. And tonight, Pritzker, like so many Democrats, is thanking the president for thinking of the better good of the Democratic Party by bowing out. But publicly supporting the president, we cannot forget that the governor was caught on hot mic acknowledging, quote, "This does not look good," when mentioning Mr. Biden's staying power.
We're just going to keep fighting. I don't know what to say. You know, I gotta do what we have to do. I don't like where we are, but I honestly think that the president's doing a fine job of raising money. You've seen all the money that they've raised online for the Biden-Harris campaign.
So the governor released a statement thanking President Biden, but pressing forward in the fight to beat Donald Trump. It reads in part, "As we extend our gratitude to President Biden and reflect on his many accomplishments, we must not ignore the threat posed by Donald Trump's potential return to the White House. I will work every day to ensure that he does not win in November." But missing from the governor's statement, nothing about the VP Harris nominee and nothing about his potential interest in becoming the VP bid. Tonight at 10, Democrats weigh in, Democratic posters weigh in why the Harris-Pritzker ticket could be so beneficial to the Democratic Party. Reporting live, Jermont Terry, CBS News, Chicago.
Jermont, thanks very much.